Hey, what's going on, Alex? Rest of the gang sleeping in this morning, huh? Give it a few minutes before we get on into today. WKHS, we're going to go over that one today. That was simply just some panic, man. Yeah, that was kind of what we were looking for. It was such a fast move under 15. And it's exactly what we look for, them fast moves. There's coin. There is coin. What's going on, coin? You kill it yesterday, man? Kimberly in the house. Good morning to you. Good to see you in here. You guys ready for a nice green day today? Yesterday, I'm telling you guys, yesterday was a good day. WKHS, this one, like Alex said, it did come back down under 15 a little bit. And that's why we do trade that over-under rule. Over-under meaning. But because, look at this. This candlestick right here, Alex, 15 down to 14.55 was actually a very, very quick move. Very fast move. This was just simply panic. You see this volume candlestick here? Nearly 1 million shares traded. There was a lot of probably stop loss orders getting taken out. And that's simply it. Because if we look left of the chart at the 180 day, here's what it looks like. It still looks just fine. WKHS still looks just fine on this 15 support. Holding that 200 EMA. It's a nice setup. We're going to go over it again today as well. We got a couple good ones to look at. But did any of you guys get some of the stocks we were trading yesterday? PRTY was sick. You guys get PRTY? So setup we trade all the time. Now, for some reason, I always trade the grinders. Although XERFs did sell off right out of the gates, gave me a little bit. PRTY was the one that ended up really pulling on back throughout the day. We went over this one yesterday, PRTY. I was hoping somebody got it. I was hoping somebody got PRTY because this one risking off of 285 was really nasty, man. 270s down to 220s. I'm telling you guys, we are on top of every single move every day. We're on top of it all. We're on top of it all. Brad, Artha, what's going on, fellas? Good to see you guys in here today. Nice trade, Brad. Saw your chart yesterday. Nice trade. You guys are doing really, really well. So let's get into it again today. This is what we look for. We look for plays very similar to PRTY, right? We look for these overbought moves with this crazy end-of-day volume, and then this was on Friday. So all these guys who were buying this up at the close of the day, this crazy volume on Friday, were expecting a gap up over the weekend. They didn't get it. We saw light volume, and so inevitably, we're going to start seeing some profit taken. We're going to start seeing this kind of unwind and fade, and that's what we look to join. Kimberly, you can, at averydaytrading@gmail.com, you can send me charts. Love to look over them and go over them. If we do maybe like a stream on Friday, you can send me your charts. We can all take a look at everyone's charts. Love looking at charts, guys. Love looking at charts. Coin, you missed PRTY. That's the problem with being too biased. Set on one trade. Yeah, that's the story of my life, man. I'm usually, and that's why I try to preach against that so much. Being married to one ticker, I try to be in several at a time. I really should have taken PRTY as well. But like we were talking about yesterday, Coin, I think we were, I was really hoping for that push up to 3 and 320. I think that's what we were going over, that I didn't even scale into it. And that's why most of the time I like to start some of these right out of the open. I like to start on maybe a quarter of my position size at least, so that in case it just snaps right out the gate, I'm still getting a piece of it. Because sometimes they snap, sometimes they pop. It's just, probably should have started it, and scaled into 320, but it is what it is. We got some more to look at. There's always another trade. This morning, before I just went live with you guys, I did create a video on how to create a pre-market watch list. So I will be working on that and coming out with it maybe today or tomorrow. But yeah, let's start jumping into today. We're going to be looking for another play similar to PRTY. WKHS, I like this one still. I mean, I like it even better, honestly, that we just pulled up the daily chart. This one has such solid $15 support on it. This $15 support is so solid on it. It's just a little heavy under this 9 EMA, 1580s. If they can get back above that, this thing's going to be rock solid. But the 200, you see that right here, guys? This red line curling up. It's curling beneath that. It's curling, right above that. And we got this trend at 15 bucks. It's looking good. It's really held this area up very strong for a while. And so I'm going to be watching WKHS again today to scoop into some weakness there. If we see a little bit of weakness on it, I will be scaling into this because we've been seeing weakness yesterday. We saw weakness on Thursday. We saw weakness on Wednesday and Tuesday, and it always has been turning back around. So I will be looking there on WKHS today again to see if we see that. Now, yesterday I took a trade on XERS. That one just worked right out of the gates, but Thinkorswim, if you guys use Thinkorswim for your charting, man, it was a rough patch yesterday. Very rough, so I ended up just kind of signing off of Thinkorswim and trading just because it was so laggy, guys. So laggy. I couldn't really see charts like I wanted to at all. Nothing was loading. But XERS, I took this one out of the gates. I still like this one a lot, really against the 200-day moving average. And remember, over, under. WKHS, that one coming under that support several times, but it always pops back up through it. XERS, I'll be watching this one again today. It's going to be kind of opening up at 450, but what we have on XERS is this 200-day moving average, which it hasn't been above in a very, very long time. So here's XERS. It tapped that 466 area yesterday. We see that it obviously respects the 200-day moving average. It's going to be opening up right near 450, and we'll see how it's going to react to it again today. I will be risking 466 over under on XERS. All right, BDSI we were watching yesterday as well. I still like this one against 550s. It did have a pop on it too. If you guys were trading this one did have a pop up towards prior day's resistance and previous high day as well. Ended up serving as resistance and selling off a little bit. This one's a little thinner. BDSI is a little thinner, but I do like what I see on the daily chart. We obviously have 550 tough resistance across the board on BDSI. So I will be watching this one again today. Yeah, CoinFox. Everything yesterday was just telling me not to trade. the scanners I was talking to them pretty much, and this has never happened in 4 years. So it's just the data was messing up a little bit yesterday on everything. Thinkorswim scans, so I just had to close it out, man. So that's what we'll be watching on BDSI this morning. A play that I like this morning, bear scan watch list. Now, if you guys do have shorts on REDU, this one's not really on my watch list. I don't have shorts here. It's not a bad play. It's not too bad here. This one wouldn't surprise me if it kind of came back down to that 200 at $5. If it kind of faded towards that direction. But I don't have shorts there. What I do have shorts for is LXU. This one's getting a little overbought, a little cranky as well. LXU, this one, I did pop this one up. It was right in near 280. Now, this is very similar to PRTY from yesterday. As in what? PRTY on Friday, we had that volume surge at the close of the day on Friday, bringing in a lot of longs. Now, yesterday, Monday, it opened up. A lot of them were underwater. We saw that unwind. And that's what I look for on LXU, too. This one's very similar to PRTY on Friday. We had that volume surge. See this volume here, over 800,000 shares traded. Coming into the close, we had a very fast move up through the whole dollar and up towards that 20-cent magic area. Guys, are you starting to see that? Are you starting to see that with your trading? We go over it all the time. Break through the whole dollar up to 20 cents, magic number. And then it closed pretty strong. We're opening up a little weak. The previous close on LXU is 303. And then 320 is going to be tough resistance as well. So LXU, I like this one. I like this one out of the gates as well. And I'm probably going to... I want to get a pop on this, but I may kind of scale into it at the open because of yesterday. PRTY ended up missing that one. But looking left of the chart here, LXU, this one coming right up to that 320 resistance. It broke through the 200-day, which is at 234. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 230s held on this. 230s held on this. So just keep that in mind. 200 days at 234 is trying to get a break above it. Trying to get a break above it. Jonathan, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. CMEG, do they have a good screener? Yeah, they have one. I haven't really used it, though. I got the intensity scanners that I use, but I know they have one. I just haven't really used it. If anybody has in here, let them know. All right. Then when we get into our leading gappers this morning, what do we see? MICT, FORD, MICT, they came out with some unit obtains first major order for SmartCam on MICT, bringing a little bit of hype. But I'm not really a fan of these leading gappers this morning because what we saw on Friday and Monday already, and I know this is not what you guys like to hear, but TLC leading gapper on Friday failed. MBOT, yesterday's leading gapper, MBOT failed. So this is just kind of what we see. We got to trade what is. We can't trade what we want to happen. And I know that's not popular, not a popular opinion, but that's what differentiates the 90% from the 10%. 90% want to, they're saying, oh, this time it's going to be different. No, it's not. No, it's not. Leading gappers are likely to fail again today. And when something changes, that's when we'll change. But we're not going to trade what we want to happen. We're going to trade what is happening. So with that being said, if you let me know what leading gapper you guys are wanting to look at if you want to take a look at one. But none of them are very exciting to me. TLSA already faded all the way back down. MICT is already kind of fading quite a bit too, testing that VWAP area. FORD going back down. So pretty much my main watches today are going to be kind of some of these plays that have been working. WKHS has been working. That 15 support area for the last week. XERS, we'll be watching this one against that 200-day moving average at 467. That did hold yesterday. It did hold. It is respecting that level. So I'm finding what is objectively working. LXU, I really like this one again against that 320 area. And why is that? Because PRTY, very similar setup that worked just as well. Now, you guys can set trails on these. Trails are not a bad idea. If you need help setting up trails, it's what I essentially should do as well. Let me know and you can set up trails via hotkeys like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those can be the percentage. Shift 1, 1%. Shift 2, 2%. All the way up to Shift 9, 9%. You got to use a different trail. You can't use a 1% trail on a $1 stock and a $10 stock. And they're very different. But we need to let some of these work for us because PRTY, this one worked all day. All day. That was just cashing out profits. Spitting out money. BDSI, this one's a little thin. I'll see what this one's going to do at the open, but it's not my favorite. UBX we were watching yesterday, and I'm still watching this one. Still watching UBX today. This one came out with, they failed their, what did they do? They failed some type of, they had negative end results on UBX, so they slashed them like 75%. They said all-time lows, UBX. All-time lows here. So, UBX, I want to see a little bit more panic. Get some panic out of the gates here today. We'll look maybe to scoop that bad boy on up. Okay, that's UBX. And then but WKHS, XERS, LXU, those are kind of going to be my main stocks I'm watching this morning. Just looking for a nice little easy setup. LXU, WKHS against 15. XERS against the 200-day moving average. I'll write those out for you guys and let you guys take a look at the scans. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and write them out and we'll address them. $467. That's the idea here today, guys. Like I said, I did a video this morning going over how to create a watch list so you guys can independently do this. And create some really solid watch lists in the morning. Kind of filter out all the noise and find the best setups. And this is what you do. I mean, it's very similar to when I was in the film industry. You did pre-market, then you did market, or you did pre-production, production, and post-production. I'm thinking, and with the market, you do pre-market, and then pretty much you just trade. So, and with filming, all the work was done in pre-production. All the work, all the preparing, all the writing the script, hiring the actors, scheduling. Once the movie was being made, that just took a couple weeks. All the work is done in pre-market analysis. When the market opens, all you do is press the buttons. It don't take long. And it should be done fearlessly. As in, if you're scared getting into trades, that means A, you don't have a trading plan, or B, you are oversized on the stock. So fix one of the two. Jonathan, I went to film school in Virginia and did a few films. And I didn't like working so much. So I prefer the 1 hour a day type of job. And making a whole lot more. Making a whole lot more than I'd be doing that. But, I mean, it's okay. You got to do what you like to do, you know. I like to trade. If I really like to make films, I'd do it despite the money. I would trade on minimum wage. I'd do that. Many people don't understand that, but I would trade on minimum wage. I don't care. I love trading. I'll create a life around that. It doesn't matter to me. I want to do what I like to do. Oh, sick. Jonathan, yep. Same here. Yeah, hit me up email. Love to check those out. It's in the description below. Love to check those out. Yeah, it's just it's a lot of work, man. A lot of work. All right, guys, it's 9:20. Any questions before we get started? That's going to be the trading plan this morning. WKHS against 15. XERS, short sell against 200. LXU against 320. And UBX looking for a little bit of panic there. Some of these leading gappers I will be watching. See what some chat rooms do with them at the open. But other than that, we'll mostly be avoiding those. I'm going to start loading up some charts. You guys hit me up. Any last questions? And then we'll get ready for the trading day. Yeah, when I started using multiple different level 2s and multiple charts, it really helped me out, be a little bit unbiased. Kind of what Coin was saying, focus on one chart, one ticker. I'm telling you guys, I know we are egotistical creatures and we like to be right. But you got to learn, you got to want to make money more than you want to be right. You got to shift the mindset. You got to start wanting to make money more than you want to be right. And that'll click with some of you, because when you're working multiple at a time, and especially you go to my advanced hotkey video, you literally can press the button and the trade will automatically set your risk and reward on the stock. So you can work many at a time and you don't have to worry about them. You can trade them objectively, not Kimberly, thanks for the review of the over-under thing. Absolutely. I think WKHS is a prime perfect example. And MTP from Friday. Yeah, they're both perfect examples. Wait and see if it's going to hold above or below these resistance levels. WKHS with 15. Yeah. See, I mean, WKHS is a perfect example. The entire week came below 15, above. Market makers love to magnetize these things under these areas because there's so many stop orders. And that's probably what happened yesterday. I mean, this was so fast and crazy volume. Look at this volume spike right here. Nearly 1 million shares. It's probably a ton of orders. A ton of stop orders on WKHS. They all got taken out and turns back around. Happens all the time. WKHS and there we go. All right. Any questions, guys, before we get wrapped up? Alex, where are we at on SKYS? What's going on with skies? Yeah, Friday was a chop fest. Good God. Friday was a chop fest there. I like this, though. Overbought on Friday. Monday, just kind of 450. It was kind of holding up as supportish from yesterday. Let's take a look left of the chart here. Yeah, 450 is going to be some solid support. Resistance turns into support, guys. Resistance here, resistance there, resistance breaks through, and then we have a couple lower shadows here. Turns into support. Now it's back up to support as well. So SKYS, 457. Is that 90 MA? 450. It's just a little illiquid, Alex. That's the only problem here. Like yesterday, trading roughly under 10,000 shares a minute. Some minutes not even being traded. Just a little illiquid. But we do have a lot of longs in this from Friday. So, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this thing came back down towards around 450s. Some of these longs coming out of it. But if it starts getting crazy volume on it, I'd probably get out of it pretty quick. It's really illiquid. But it wouldn't surprise me if it came back down to those 450s. All right, guys. You guys good to go for today? We're going to have another green week. 5 minutes till the market opens on up. Guys, get your chart load on up. Make sure you predefine risk today. Predefine risk. Understand your sizing. Size appropriately on stocks, for instance, that are a little illiquid. You got to size appropriately. When you trade and you make some money, the first 5-10 minutes, do what Coin says a lot of times. Start protecting that bag. How do you protect the bag? You start sizing down a little bit. After the volatility starts slowing down after the first 20, 30 minutes, size down a little bit. You got to understand, sizing is a very, very important thing to learn. So just size appropriately per stock. And scale when needed. So guys, that's the plan today. Let's get to it. We'll see y'all tomorrow.